Alright, so I'm just about to make a video for you guys about the car, and of course my $11 bendable tripod from Walmart decided it was going to lose the little nib out of it into the bottom of the camera, so I've got to glue that together first. But stay tuned, we're going to get this glued in and get the video going. Alright, I got to hold this thing with my bare hands for the next 3 days because that glue apparently takes 72 hours to dry. Oh well, I guess that serves me right for buying an $11 flexible tripod from Walmart. Okay, so video today, I'm going to show you what I need to do. We're actually going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. You see my key fob? I don't know if you could see the little light, but let me get over here so you can kind of understand what I'm doing. You see the back of the car? I'm pushing the trunk button. Trunk's not popping open. I can hit the lock. You can see it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. I can lock it. I can unlock it. The trunk button will not work. The trunk will not pop. The button on the inside will not pop. Problem. It's not a fuse. I've already checked the fuses. The fuses are fine. Also, check this out. As you can see, there is no third brake light. Okay, so I've got 2 problems in the trunk area, and all the fuses are okay. So what could it be? Well, if you saw several videos ago, thing just locked back on me, but that's okay. You saw me show you why the trunk did not work. Okay, I had to use my key to get into it. Oh look, yeah, if you're just now tuning in, this car is dipped, so it's actually Spy Yellow, but I did this dip myself. What I showed you several videos ago, gosh, it was probably last year or something like that. There's a little wire loom right here, okay, and a lot of S2000 guys are probably aware of this problem. But this wiring loom bends. You can see every time that I move this trunk up and down, that wiring loom is bending, bending, bending. What happens is the actual wires on the inside break, okay? Typically just a clean break. You know how it is if you take a paper clip and bend it 5 or 6 times, it gets hot and snaps. Well, that's what happens here. So I've got to somehow get back up in here, probably cut the loom off a little bit, or just cut it back and strip those wires and solder them back together and put some heat shrink on it and blah blah blah. There's really not a whole lot of space to give you any kind of a decent video on it, but I'm going to try my best. So I'm going to try to fix that today. It is July 1st and my Virginia state inspection is now overdue by a day, and the reason I haven't done it is because I knew it wouldn't pass because the brake light doesn't work. So, doing this today, I'm going to drop the car off at a little local spot here next week, I guess probably Wednesday or Thursday. I did get new tires for the car since it's no longer my daily. I wanted something that was a little more aggressive. I know I just put them on a little bit ago, so I'm going to try to sell those, but this is what I got. Advan Neova 8008Rs. They are not the full-on competition tire. They're actually street tire, but from my understanding they are absolutely incredible, and I'm excited to get them on there and see how they feel. These Invigors are more of a touring tire, although they look good. They look really aggressive. I mean, the tread pattern is pretty cool, you know. A little bit on the car, but they're just a little wobbly on the sidewall. Sidewall's not near as stiff as I really want it to be, especially for this kind of car. That's where we are. I'm going to try to, oh, here's my slider. I got another video if you want to check that out. Me using the slider, it's up here again. And I'm going to try to fix this thing and try to get you some videos, so we'll see what happens. If you see a bunch of abrupt endings to the video, it's probably because I'm throwing things, which normally happens when I try to do things that I really can't get to. But if you've been watching my videos, then you know me, I like to try anything at least once. And if I can fix it, I'll fix it. And we'll go from there. Let's see what we can get done today. Alright everybody, I'm going to switch to the SJ cam now. It just makes it a little bit easier. So this loom back up in here is where the wires are jacked up. Gonna have to try to get these little tabs out. Get this thing taken apart right here so I can get in there. And we don't know how I'm going to take this thing out either. Guess I could just pop these out. This whole thing should pop out, really. Well, let's see if I can do that. What can I actually pop out of here? This needs to come out. Unfortunately, I don't have any pry tools for these things, so I'm just gonna have to break them. Oh, there we go. That didn't break. That's good. That thing, and well, that one definitely broke. Oh well, that's what advance is for, I guess. Well, that'll never go back in there, but that's actually really pretty. I wish my exhaust looked like that. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, well, I think you can see that well enough. Now, boy, if I told you it's really hot today. So the brake is right here. You can see my finger. Actually, the wires are broken right up in there. And it's a very tough little spot to get to. I don't really know if I can get this thing opened up enough to get it out. Hopefully I can. Let's see what happens. Gotta put a battery pack on you all. Alright, so I finally pulled it back enough where you can actually see what I'm talking about here. You see these two different things there. See the wires snapped. The white wire, white with black stripe, and then black with the yellow stripe. Handy dandy wire strippers. Go about I won't go back too far, but go about a ½ inch. Give it a little twist. You can twist it too much though. And I think I'm using the 20 gauge stripper. Alright, it's working okay. I guess I could try to solder it since I got them all apart now. Okay, well, let's try this now. Hopefully you can see this, but we'll see. I'm going to take my key, try the white and black, just touch them together and see if I can unlock the trunk. Hey, that worked. Scared me to death, but it worked. So they both have to be hooked in to work now. Well, that's cool. All right, I'm digging it. Now that'll work. Do I want to solder? Yeah, I guess I should. Okay, so we need. Alright guys, I got this handy dandy little soldering iron here that I picked up from Lowe's last year. You can probably hear it. It's butane powered. And it actually works pretty well. It's got these little soldering tips on it and whatnot. And you can see the one that I've been using here. Basically just light it with a match. Make sure there's enough butane in there. This little tip here gets really hot really fast. And solder flows very well off of it. So. Alright, along with the solder, I have some heat wrap that I'm going to put over the wires. Once I get everything soldered, well, you put these on first, then you solder and you slide these over top, and then you heat it up, blah, blah, blah. If you've ever worked with these things before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to show you exactly how to use this, because just freaking use it, okay? Alright, so here's a soldering gun. You can see the ember in there, but it is heating up, and these things heat up real fast. I think it was like maybe 25 bucks. They work a lot better than the electric ones, because the electric ones take like 15 minutes to actually heat up properly. But these little things get real hot real quick. We'll just see if we can put a little dab of stuff on it. Oh, yeah, see, it's already there. Now obviously you don't want to breathe that junk in, but do what I got to do right now. I'm just going to kind of tack it together. There we go. Finally got a good beat on that thing. Alright guys, it is all back together. Both wires have been soldered back to their counterparts. I've got the heat shrink on there. I'm probably going to go ahead and put some electrical tape around all of this just to keep it all together. I'll probably allow all this to move. I'm going to put this back in here. But the bottom part I think I'm going to allow to move a lot more just because that's ridiculous. That's way too tight right there. Honda. This is latched. Okay, I pushed that latched. As you saw earlier, I wanted to keep the light off, but now I'm going to hit the button. Let's see what happens. Done! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Alright, that is fixed. Now, well, heck, just real quick, let's make sure. I don't know what that was, but let's see if it actually pops. Oh, yes. Yes. Full function restored. That is what I'm talking about. Alright, now, the thing that keeps me from getting a good and valid inspection sticker. Let's try this out. Here's a moment of truth. Now that is what I am talking about. Woo! Okay, finally, I got a brake light that works, I got a trunk that works, I can get an inspection sticker, I can get my new tires back on, and next Saturday is another Cars and Coffee. Now, to celebrate this, we are going to go to a monster truck show from a little boy because he is really excited about it. Bryson, where are we going tonight?
To monster trucks today.
Monster trucks, that's right. He's never seen monster trucks before. We're going to go up to the Motor Mile Speedway in Radford. Good news, if your trunk does not work or your brake lights don't work and the fuses are all good, check those wires. Now, wiring loom is notorious for whatever reason, these S2000s for braking. You saw that it's a real tight fit in there, and as you're moving the trunk up and down, it just wears out. You know, it's a 15-year-old car, it's worn out some. So, take that into consideration if you have this problem. This can solve it for you.
We're going to see fast cars and...
Probably some fast cars too, and monster trucks smashing them. You want to do that? Alright, well, thank you all for watching. Another how-to video, I guess. My how-tos really aren't how-tos. They're let's see if I cans, really. But, yeah. Good news. Got it working. Get the inspection sticker. I'm happy. Now I can drive it and not be riding dirty all the time. So, you guys have a good one, and I will see you next time.
So proud.